Honey, I'm home. Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back especially to me because I'm the only one that's been gone. You guys have probably still been here. So, pat myself on the back. I'm back. I'm not sorry for not making episodes because I've been busy, man. Graduated university, moved in with my girlfriend, started step parenting a chihuahua. The cat's back here somewhere. We might see Elton at some point today. He's hiding in the jungle. I'm trying to get comfy because we're just gonna hang out, right? So yeah, back to the podcast. New background, pretty background, right? Yeah, it's my living room, pretty good, right? And same old me, just hanging out, knitting, minding my business, working. But I'm graduating university now, so I don't have to even think about school. Which means I have more time for fun things like podcasts. Oh, hi, buddy. And my son. Hi, Bob. Smelly Tony. You stink. This is Elton, everyone. He's my baby boy. He's very, very well behaved. But he plays back here a lot, so he might be a little obnoxious during the podcast, and that's okay. It's no stress. There he goes. He might distract you, and that's okay too. But yeah, in this podcast, we go from ascending order, descending order? Is it ascending? Or we do acquired stuff, and then whips in progress, and then finished objects because I don't think it's fun to end with stuff people bought. That's just yarn. So we end with stuff that I finished, which you can kind of see over there. You can kind of see. We'll talk about these in a minute. But for now, I don't know the last time I podcasted. I have no idea. I have no clue. So maybe you've seen these before, maybe you haven't. But I just picked a few little things. I haven't bought a lot in the last couple months because, who needs to buy yarn when you have yarn? So what I did get recently was, pardon me, Bundle C colorway, just puzzle tree yarn, sock yarn. I got these when I was in Vancouver visiting my family. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little mini skeins, like super mini skeins. They're like minier than a mini skein. Uber mini skeins of these nice colors. And I'm just gonna make some like scrappy socks, but I like the way the colors are together, so. And I like this company, Puzzle Tree Yarns. They have a couple of neon colorways that are super fun. But I'm not sure where else to get them other than this one store in Vancouver. But I like them a lot, so I got these. I especially like, see now you're a little far away, aren't you? Okay, I'll probably just like cut. Come over here. See, look at the light. Oh, the light's a little far away, but that's okay. This is a beautiful color right here. I don't know if you can see it because it's so bright, but it's quite nice. And then I got this Handmaiden bundle. There's another color in here that I use in my sweater over there that you'll see in a minute. But the thing, so Handmaiden, Mindful Wool Project, and Fleece Artist are all they're like cousin companies, and they're all within Nova Scotia, which is where I live. McMoggy. And they're great yarns, good quality. They usually do like limited runs of yarns, so they'll do like a colorway in 5 skeins and that's it. And it's like cool, like limited edition, awesome. But the annoying thing is they don't really name their colors, so you can't tell people what the colors are. So this bundle had 5 skeins in it, and the only names that are Radiant Orchard and Coral. So 2 of them are named, and that's it. But I'm gonna eventually turn this into like a bubble cowl. May Green on Instagram. I'll tag her thing on the thing. Probably right there, or maybe right there. I'll see. But everything she makes, like the colors are great. I feel like our palettes are like very similar. So I'm gonna steal her. She did a bubble. I think it's a Stephen West pattern. It's a bubble cowl in like essentially these colors plus like yellow green. And I'm probably going to steal her colors and do the exact same thing because it looks so good. And I think she does colors really well, so I'm just going to steal her ideas. And that is like what half of creativity is. You know what, actually? Me and Zoe, my partner Zoe, were talking about this literally yesterday, which is so interesting. But if you're new here or you don't know me very well, I have like an aversion to the term fiber artist. Like, an artist is different than a crafter. So, sorry, I should preface, I think I have judgment for the term fiber artist in relation to the term crafter, because I often feel like, you know, fiber artist probably sounds a bit more uppity than a crafter, a craftsperson. And I think there's a distinction between fiber artists and craft people because there's like people believe that crafts or like learned things or like women's work are less important than art. When in reality, there's like a lot of different aspects, but something that Zoe and I were talking about yesterday, which I thought was so interesting and like really made me understand why I care more about a crafter than a fiber artist, is because in craft, there is like an assumption of community and an assumption that we're not doing anything original, if that makes sense. And that's not like doing anything original in a negative way. But for example, like I learned to knit from my aunt and she learned to knit from her grandmother. And there's an assumption in craft that it's a learned skill from someone. Maybe it's from YouTube, maybe it's from, you know, a pattern that you've read. But there's this really beautiful sense of community that comes with craft because nothing that we really do is that original. Like, it's not that, you know, out there. Like, we've all done the same colors before, we've all used similar colors, we've all made a sweater, and yeah, there's definitely variations within that, you know, that idea. But I love craft because tradition is so connected to, like, tradition and community are so connected to craft. Whereas I find that people who stress like a fiber artist mentality are original and they're like, I'm creating originals, new stuff, which is like totally cool. And there are definitely fiber artists out there, but I think I connect so much more with like the term crafter because of that assumption of community. And I'm just so grateful for it. And also, maybe I should not ever say anything negative about anyone ever, because I don't have any negative beliefs towards fiber artists. But I'm just saying, if someone uses the term fiber artist because they look down on craft, that's not cool. And crafting is really cool. So that's why I like crafters. But anyways, all of that to say, all that big rant to say that I'm okay with stealing people's colors because, and well, while crediting them, of course, and asking permission, of course, because I don't have to be original because, you know, my entire lineage has been doing this for forever and ever, and that's really cool, and I'm not special, I'm a part of a community, and that's really nice, and I love it. I love that part of knitting, so I'm stealing those colors. Next, oh, sorry for the rant. I was just excited about that conversation that Zoe and I had, but this is a bunch of mini skeins that I have skeined into one big skein. It was my advent calendar this year. They're all little ones. You can see kind of like beachy colors, right? This is very like, you know, someone's like Connecticut. Does Connecticut have beaches? I feel like an eastern, northern United States beach house colors. That's what I see with this, if that makes any sense. Like, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee signs and like beach this way signs and that kind of thing. I've never actually been to northern, you know, northern beach houses in the States, but I assume that this is the color palette that I would see there. And that's the vibe. I will say I was so disappointed by the advent calendar because there was repeats of colors. Like, they were all named different things, but it was like, it'd be 2 days in a row where there'd be two of the same colors. And I'd be like, oh, it's supposed to be like a gradient, I guess. But also, it was so upsetting. This is, though, which is different, is a cotton yarn with nylon, which I really like. I've never worked with cotton and nylon before, and it feels like it's not going to pill, which is kind of cool. It's also not going to degrade in a compost ever. which probably means that's why it's so stable. But yeah, I'm making a project with these yarns right now. As you can tell, there's not 25 colors there, but I am making a project that you'll see very soon, which is kind of cool. That is gonna take me a long time and is made for summer, so that's really good. But I love the colors that they did give us, but I was so sad that they gave us repeat colors. Cake, eat it too. I have my cake, I can't eat it too. Or maybe I should just be grateful that I have the cake. I'm gonna just be grateful that I have the cake. We're gonna focus on that. Perfect. So that's what I have right now. Those are my yarn acquisitions. I will show you my works in progress now because there's so many of them. Where should I even start? My works in progress right now are not interesting, unfortunately. I just have not knit enough. I finished a lot of stuff recently, a lot of Christmas presents, and so I haven't knit enough on any of the new stuff, but I've cast on a lot of things. So you're gonna see a lot of casted on items. We'll start with, I'm very simple. This is, oh no, I'm all confuzzled here, guys. I'm all left, right, up and down. Whoopsie daisies. Oh shoot. And we're good. Okay, so this is a colorway from an Albertan yarn company, which I have not vetted, so I'm not gonna say the name of it because I saw it and I bought it and I was like, oh, I never do that. I always look at the company first, and I didn't do that. So, but the color is lemon blueberry cake, which is very cute. You can see that there's some like neons in there, quite nice. But I'm just making another ripple crop top that is more in my color style. The one I made previously was too cropped for me, but as you can see, it's nice. Just a solid, a staple that everyone has knit before, ripple crop top by Jessie May, I should say. Give credit where credit is due. And yeah, it's like I like that. It's like a little bit pinky everywhere. And I like the neons, and I like the purples. I casted this one on because I was gonna hop on a plane, and I was gonna be a little bit zooted on the plane, and I didn't want to have to follow a pattern and just, you know, be able to knit. But this is like, I forget how long it takes someone to do a 3x3 finger weight ripping. It takes forever. So that was like a 7-hour plane ride. That's all I got done. I haven't touched it since. I'm probably gonna let it be and kind of knit on it when I need like a mindless project until I have to split for sleeves and that kind of thing. But for now, that's what it's good for. What else can I show you? I also have this beauty. Look at that. Yeah. This is a test knit for Keely Bergen, the Bergen sisters. And the color, isn't the color gorgeous? Look at this. It's fuzzy. You can see there's some shine on that because it's some silk. It's Casbah by Handmaiden. But once again, no color name. Who knows what the color is named? Let's call it Snot Green. I love the color Snot Green. Casbah in the colorway Snot Green, named by me because I like it. Test knitting this has been so interesting. It's a vest. It's called the Amanda vest for now, but I'm not sure what it'll be named before it's released because I think she's going to change the name. But I don't know if you're ever test knitting. If you see something and you're like, oh my god, I want to knit that so bad, and so you apply for the test, and then you look at the actual instructions, you're like, oh, actually, this is knit a lot differently than I thought it was going to be. So this is knit flat, like back and forth, back and forth. Usually I knit this kind of thing in the round, and I would know how to like make it in the round if I wasn't testing, but because I'm testing, I gotta knit it flat, and it's kind of a humbling experience if I'm being honest. It's a little humbling to go back and forth. You know, move slow and appreciate this is how I used to actually make things on purpose, which is wild. But I think that this will look so nice with these pants when I'm done. And the yarn's great, and also the pattern's super clear, and it has a slip stitch pattern. You can see it's quite beautiful, and it's nice and soft. And I probably will wear it every single day. It has a little knit collar on it, which I'm excited to knit because I've never knit anything like that before. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And that's kind of all I have to say Oh, you know what actually means we're talking about the whole crafting versus fiber artisting. But one thing that we were talking about that I also really liked was I was talking about this pattern. I was like, oh yeah, like if I wasn't testing, I would have just like modded it and just knit in the round and split for sleeves and that kind of thing because I know how to do that. And so I was like, you know what, like knitting patterns are like recipes, pretty much exactly, because you have a knitting pattern and you can get like the exact dish by following the recipe exactly. But if you've been cooking for long enough, you can kind of switch out things that you prefer or add stuff in, or take stuff out that you don't like, or have a different cooking method to get a similar result but not the exact same one. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It is like recipes. That's totally correct. And I thought that was a cool idea too. She is so smart. But yes, that is my, for now it's named the Monada vest, I think, but it'll be named something else. And I'll tell you when I'm finished, because we're going to be talking for a bit longer. And cheers. Okay, that's 2 out of 4. The other thing I'm working on right now, oh my god, okay. Where did it go? Where'd my socks go? Okay, I'm test knitting these socks for Jordana Goff. They are lovely, a lovely person. And I was so excited to see this testing call. But basically, it's your classic ribbed sock, right? But there's some tits on there. You get some boobies. And like a curvaceous body. Love it. The curves are on both sides. Very fun. And I'm just having a wild ride. This yarn is Dock by Botanical Fibers, another like Canadian company. You know what? Every single thing I'm showing you today was a Canadian company. Every single thing I have around me. That's wild. All the colors, everything. Oh, except for the sock boxers. I don't know what company that is. But yeah, love. Emma is the dyer who does this stuff. It's all natural dyes. I think this was dyed with walnut, possibly. But I'm loving these boobs. It's a modded stitch pattern, so it's really fun. And just having a good time. These are the, speaking of copying people because of craft, these are the pretty much like the exact color that Jordana has for their socks. And I just stole them. I just stole that exact color because I had it in my stash. So I was like, I'm just gonna do the exact same thing. You know what? We're gonna replicate this bitch as quickly as possible. But the knitting the little person has been so fun, and then it's just a quick and easy zip to the bottom. I'll probably finish one sock today and start the other one tomorrow. And yeah, that's been a good one. What else can I show you? Okay, so what I'm knitting with my we got a boarding pass in there and a receipt for the airport. I got a burger at the airport. What I've been knitting with my advent calendar has actually been the Sea Glass Tee by Wool and Pine Designs, which I've been obsessed with. And I'm trying really hard to knit new things that show like me new skills and that sort of stuff. So I've learned how to do the magic knot, and there's my own hair knit into this. Anyone else have that problem? Gross. But you can see it's 1 by 1. It's like a 1 by 1 colorwork pattern, right? And then you change colors, both colors, every single row. So it's been taking forever, which is I kind of assumed would happen because I have it on purpose like that because I'm gonna wear this in the summertime, right? When it's summer and I can wear, it's a cotton nylon blend. And that's okay. It's okay that it's taking forever. I think like just this has been like 5 hours of work. And so it'll be a slow go, but it'll be fun to show you guys how my colors work up, right? The pattern comes with a lot of like really nice videos on how to use the pattern, and I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was quite nice. I thought it was like a really good, I like watching videos. I like watching podcasts. I hope you like watching podcasts. If you made it this far, good for you. Amazing. And I think that's all my whips. I had 4 to show you. That's what I got for now. And let's do finished objects from least to most exciting in no particular order. I should tell you what I'm wearing. I don't know if I've ever podcasted with this sweet, sweet sweater, but this is the Hello from My Colors crop. I tested this like literally in August for Jessie May. And these are my colors. The yarn is from, the yarn's from, what's it called? Fleece and Harmony. Thank you so much, Brain. And it's like one of their sock sets. And Fleece and Harmony is on Prince Edward Island. And they have all their sheep on the island, and they process all the wool in the same building that it's sold in. So they process and dye it, and then you can see how they process it. You can see there's some of the sheep that they get their wool from. Very, very cool. And so I wanted to do something special with the yarn, and here we are. It was pretty good, right? I love it. Love it to bits. And then, okay, these are a pair of self-drafted socks, which are looking very lumpy right now. Here we go. Pretty poor guys. I gotta put them in the dryer and shrink them up a little bit because I've been wearing them out. But I call these noodle socks, and they're just to match a dress that has a similar pattern. I wanted to have, I love a good match moment. I love to match my clothes. I don't know why, but a little zigzag match moment. Perfect. I would never ever release this pattern because it is so boring. Maybe I would. Maybe I'm lying. I might release the pattern. Who's to say? Who's to say, really? I might release the pattern. But if I did, I would continue down with the blue. I didn't continue down because I had like such a mini skein and I wanted to use the color. I want to use the color up fully. So that's that sock. And then I did like a really boring, just like a very basic shawl that I haven't woven the ends in yet. Just like literally yarn over at the edges here. Just to have a skein of hand dyed that I got on the Cabot Trail in Cape Breton. There's like someone who, not hand dyed, it's, oh shoot. You know when you have the rope vein and then you make it into yarn? It's that. It's good slub to it. The name's escaping me. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what the person's name is that made it, but it was like a massive skein of yarn for a good amount of money, and so I wanted to make something with the whole skein, and I used it right up this nice little winter scarf. And it looks really nice with all my clothes. So, yeehaw! Yeehaw! La 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 la. This guy is the Spring Sorrel. Have I shown this before? I cannot remember. This is also by Wool & Pine Designs. And it's not supposed to have sleeves, but mine does because I wanted to have sleeves. I don't know, I wanted to use my entire ball of yarn. The colorway is Fur Kake by Big Little Yarn Co. Which I didn't know, I don't know if you remember, but I couldn't pronounce that last time. I got the yarn, this time last year I got the yarn. And I was like, free cakey, and I tried to look up how to pronounce it on the internet, but I just couldn't do it properly, I guess. But Fur Kake, how to pronounce it. And really funny because it's one of Zoe's favorite foods to put on her foods. She loves Fur Kake topping, so fun fact. Really tasty treats. And I can attest that it does look like this, so it's a great, great name. But yeah, I love this stitch pattern. It's so fun. And it was so easy. Oh my gosh, so easy. And that's it. That's what I gotta show you for that sweater. How about my last thing to show you, I think? Yes. Very last thing today is my Cordy sweater, which is like this beautiful worsted from Moon and Turtle by the Bergen twins, Sachiko and Kiyomi. They designed this. Look at that. Come on. There's supposed to be 4 colors. You can see there's some lines that are blue that are supposed to be a different color, but I use what I have. I didn't want to, spend more money on more yarn, so I just used what I had. The colors are all Handmaiden. This is one of the pink ones that was in this set. It was supposed to be in here with these guys, but I stole the one color out to use for this, and it's only DK. It's supposed to be a worsted sweater. And then the like yellow, green, the limey color there is Citron by, they're in New Brunswick. They are, oh, it's gone from my brain. I'll put it right here so I remember. Oh my god, I'm so mad. I love their yarn. And then the main color, the blue-gray color, is literally another Handmaiden color that I got at the Handmaiden like sample sale. Not sample sale, but like their Christmas sale. 5 skeins, really good price. No name. Who knows what it's called? I sure don't, but I like it a lot. Yeah, and that's everything. That's all my goodies. That's the podcast. We made it through. I am really hungry. I'm gonna have some breakfast. And it's nice and quick, you know, we get in, we get out, and I hope you got some stitches in on whatever you're knitting. And I hope you come back next time to see me ramble. Elton's getting up. Ramble for another 25 minutes. Yeah. Take care, guys. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.